Radio Voces Latinas, 1610 AM. A drink of water with Joyce, Aldrich. Refresh your mind.
It's -6 at 8:01 here at CHHA 1610 AM, and we've got a jam-packed program this evening. We're going to be talking, of course, about Martin Luther King Day. That was yesterday. Our American friends commemorated his birthday, and we'll also be talking about Margaret Atwood's take on the Me Too movement. But first, before we start, I'd like to address a very serious issue. We have a Montreal native, Jesse Galganov. He's 22 years old, and he's been missing in Peru since September 28th, 2017. And he was supposed to be on an 8-month backpacking trip, and his family has been desperately searching for him since he went missing without a trace. He was last seen in Juarez. And after weeks in Peru coordinating search efforts, the family enlisted an Israeli search and rescue company, Magnus International. They spent a couple $1 million trying to find this child, this Jesse Galganov child. He's 22 years old, but he's, he is Elisa Clayman's son, and she is looking for her missing child, and the inseparable, and she cannot find him. She's gone down to Peru herself to look for him, and now they've just run out of money. They're trying to, they've got the cooperation of all the authorities, the embassies, the government in Peru, everyone's helping them, but they cannot find him anywhere. And the family is offering a $10,000 reward for information to Jesse being found. And if you've got any tips, you've got a lot of Hispanic people listening to this program. You've got family in Peru or friends, please send any tips you have to help us find Jesse at gmail.com. That's help us find, and Jesse's name is spelled Jesse. So help us find Jesse at gmail.com. Now, I'd like to continue talking about a person who is going to help do some fundraising here in Toronto. Her name is Kim Smiley, and she has been an executive leader in the nonprofit sector, and she's been enriching the lives of vulnerable populations everywhere. She is a professional fundraiser, writer, speaker, market and development expert. She's actually really a force, and it has been said of Kim Smiley that she has been on a lifelong journey to help the hopeless, and certainly when we're talking about Jesse Galganov, who's 22 and missing without a trace, just disappeared into thin air. That is a hopeless situation, seemingly hopeless, but certainly she is trying to help to fundraise whatever she can for them to, of course, find Jesse, and hopefully he will turn up safe and sound. Now, she started something called the empathy effect. I want to talk about that just for a moment. It was supposed to have started as a social experiment, a 365-day social experiment. There it was, and the hypothesis, very simple. Could empathy be contagious? So she did that for 6 days a week. She said Kim Smiley posted a true story and photograph about someone transforming the world through acts of empathy, local, global, large or small, whatever. And she had pins made up for the empathy effect, which she still sells, and that is part of the fundraiser for Jesse. And there are Jesse pins that you can go to I'm going to actually send you to empathyevents.com. And there at empathyevents.com, you're going to find where you can help out to donate for the sake of Jesse, to bring him home. You can do a few things, actually. There's a raffle. an amazing raffle. And that raffle includes artwork and, you have to go to the empathyevents.com, custom artwork, custom website, portrait session, all kinds of things. Great stuff, massages, everything. There's also a Rise for Jesse Bake that's happening this Thursday. And you can donate there as well. That's an $18 donation. Oh, and the raffle's a $20 donation, but there's an $18 donation for the Bake. And that is basically it's women are going to braid challah and pray over it. And, when you have a lot of people praying at the exact same time for the exact same thing, it can cause a ripple effect. What do you think across the world? There are a lot of supporters across the world for the empathy effect. And it is the hope that the donation of $18 per person will help to raise a lot of funds to help Jesse. And that 100% of those proceeds will go to the Missing Children's Network's Jesse Galganov Fund. And so you've got Jesse's pin, the challah bake, the raffle. And certainly, as mothers, we know what it's like. Our children are precious to us, and we need to take good care of them. Absolutely. And when one goes missing, it's like, we save one person, we save the world. So by helping to find Jesse, we will indeed have, it's like saving the world, isn't it, really? And isn't that the empathy effect? To have empathy for one person, and that ripple effect will just carry throughout the world. And I thank Kim Smiley for that marvelous idea that she had for the empathy effect. And certainly you can go to empathyevents.com to find out about how you can help to raise funds for Jesse Galganov. If you've got some ideas yourself, for sure, think about it, because the family is desperate to bring him home. I'm going to play a couple of songs right now by Blair Packham. These are from his Unpopular Pop CD, but they are in keeping with the topic that we're talking about right now with Jesse, and to bring hope to this situation. This is Blair Packham. I'm going to play both these songs, Other Side and Proof, and I'm hoping this brings some peace to the family of Jesse Galganov and to those listening, and also to sort of light a small fire under you to join the empathy effect and get that ripple effect going. So this is Blair Packham, Unpopular Pop, Other Side, and you're listening to CHHA 1610 AM here in Toronto.
Be unsteady, been walking a straight but narrow line. It's time for a change, time to make new arrangements. I wanna go back to the other side of life, the other side. The glass was half empty, surrounded by plenty. I was making up reasons to grouse and gripe. I finally decided to give in and try it. I'd better aspire to the other side of life, the other side. I tried walking alone for some time. I'm trying to find my way home. All the signs I see keep leading me back to the other side. Sinner, I watched them parade with a bitter grin. I envied the thunder of hundred wonders in the warmth of the sun on the other side of life, the other side. I tried walking alone for some time. I'm trying to find my way home. All the signs I see keep leading me teachable moments. I bet my whole life on a shooting star. I'm happy to say in my own modest way that I seem to have crossed to the other side of life, the other side. I tried walking alone for some time. I'm trying to find my way home. All the signs I see keep leading me back to the other side. To the other side. I tried walking alone to the other side. Find my way home. Keep the signs I see keep leading me back to the other side. To the other side. To the other side.
It's -6 here at CHHA 1610 AM, and you're listening to A Drink of Water, and I'm Joyce Aldrich.